In the last few years, I read a lot about Vedic philosophy and quantum physics, and I started this professional intelligence series where I am going to address challenges faced by professionals in their work life and more so in this AI era. And there I am going to take help from science and Vedic philosophy and try to address the root cause of the problem and how you are going to work upon it. In this video, I am going to take a very interesting topic called miracle versus karma, when you have to act and when you have to surrender. In life, everything is based on law of karma, that is cause and effect, or everything is predestined. You have seen people who have put all their effort, intentional effort with focus, but still they don't get the reward. And then there are some, even if they are not that much intelligent, even if they have put little bit less effort, but they end up landing with great opportunities. Why so? Since scientific revolution, they only talk about karma, that there is a cause and then there is an effect, and this term miracle as unscientific. But in Vedic philosophy, it talks beyond karma, beyond this linear cause and effect, and they treat miracle and karma as together. I have interacted with many successful people, and some of them, when they become successful, they are filled with their own ego, ahamkar, and they say that I have done it, I have achieved it, I have built this company and took it to that level. But when the same thing they repeat it in their another venture, another project, or anywhere else, same steps, then they fail. And then they wonder why they are failing. Because they don't consider the market situation, the industry trend, which made them successful, and they have given 100% weightage to their own effort and to their own karma. And that is where the biggest problem lies. If you ask any scientist, then in public, they are going to say that yes, it is their karma. They have put a concentrated effort and this is their breakthrough, discovery or invention. But in private, they all admit that yes, they have faced some miracle, they have got some blessings. Albert Einstein said, there are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. But I believe that life is 99% miracle and 1% karma. Why? Because life is full of miracle, but it is only possible when you do your own karma. So science is not believing on miracle. But now in 1960, Edward Lorenz came out with butterfly effect theory. It suggests that butterfly flapping its wings could theoretically trigger a distant tornado. It means that a small effort could yield a bigger dividend, could cause a bigger effect. They are calling it a butterfly effect, but actually it is a miracle. Because in science, miracle is supernatural. So they have come out with the butterfly effect theory, which is more or less similar to miracle. So as I said that my life or your life or anybody's life is full of miracle, let me give two examples from my life that how two miraculous events have shaped my career. It was 1990. In 1988, I started my career, and you know that time also there was a 2 years itch to change a job. So I wanted to look for a new opportunity. And then at that time in New Delhi Siemens, an ad came where they wanted to hire software engineers and they wanted to send them to Germany to get trained, and on return they have to start the first software venture for Siemens in India. The position was very exciting and they were hiring people of various experience level. I applied it. At that time, there was no email. You have to put your application in a post. Couple of months are over and then there was no response. And I started applying other places also. But my heart is in Siemens because Siemens is a brand. Second, they are going to send me to Germany. And third, I will get an opportunity to start or to work in a team who is going to start the first software center for Siemens. So all these things are sounding exciting and it is going to help my career. But there was no response. 2 months have passed and I have almost given it up. One day, while returning from office to my rental accommodation, I was opening the door when a boy came running to me and asked me, "Is this your letter?" And I looked into the letter. It is addressed to me. I said, "Yes, it is mine." I said, "How did you get it?" And he said, "It was lying on that street couple of houses away, and one person said that go and ask this person, maybe this is his letter." When I opened the letter, it was from Siemens. An interview was the very next day. I got selected and then the whole thing has changed. I went to Germany, came back, and started Siemens Information Systems Limited. So, are you going to call it as a miracle? Yes, it is a miracle, because that letter never came to my house. It went somewhere else, and somehow it came to me through that boy. Is it a karma? Yes, it is a karma. Because I was looking for a change, I applied for that position and I got that interview call. Let us look into the second example in my career where miracle played a role, and it was in 2003. Since 1998, I was working in Motorola in Bangalore, and at that time, few US companies have started to set up their R&D center in India. Since 2002, I wanted to get some opportunity where I can head one R&D center who are setting up their operation in India. In early January 2003, sitting in Motorola cafeteria, one of my colleagues came and just started talking, and then he mentioned that there is one initial stage startup in Infinera is setting up their R&D center. I went to my desk and searched about Infinera and applied, and then I got a job in 2003 beginning itself. Then in 2007, we went IPO. So I started the R&D center, it grew manifold and worked for 15 years. But a few years after 2003, around the time of IPO, I met with that colleague who gave me about Infinera name in that cafeteria. And I asked him, how did you know about Infinera at that time? And his response surprised me. He said that my ex-boss has actually got selected for my position. But when he saw that the managing director office in the layout of the facility of that startup is so small that it could accommodate only 3 chairs, he rejected that offer. Because in Motorola, he was having a big office. So he preferred status over the opportunity. And he told him that Utkarsh is very lucky and he missed the opportunity. So is it a miracle? Yes, it is a miracle, because he rejected the offer. That person in the cafeteria told me about the opportunity. Is it karma? Yes, because I was looking for an opportunity where I can head an India R&D center. Similarly, there are many examples in my career where miracle has played a big role, but they are always associated with karma. Even if somebody has got the lottery, it is because their karma that they have got the lottery ticket. They have kept the lottery ticket, they have matched the lottery ticket number when the result was announced. So now let us look into it from the Vedic philosophy perspective. They talked about karma are of 3 types. One is Sanchit karma, which once accumulated across various physical lives, which our soul accumulated across various physical life, and that is called Sanchit karma. Then there is a Prarabdha karma, which means that some part of your karma are coming as fruition in this physical life. It could be good or it could be bad, but you will be experiencing that. And then there are Kriyaman karma, which means whatever karma you are doing, whatever actions you are doing, whatever efforts you are taking up, they are all Kriyaman karma, whether it is good or bad. And that either you are paying the debt of the previous lives or you are accumulating credit for the future life, whatever be. So Vedic philosophy talks not about this physical life, but they talk about soul journey, and they explain beyond this linear cause and effect which is restricted to this physical life and much more beyond. And that is why they said that miracle and karma goes hand to hand. And miracle is nothing but the delayed fruit of the karma. So there are times when there are delayed fruit. Some of the karma which you have done months before, some of the karma which you have done years before, decades before, that they started becoming fruition, then we call it as a miracle. Because this is not in your mind frame, this is not in your current focus area, and when you started to get fruit, it becomes a miracle. And this is the universal law. In Vedic philosophy, this is the universal law that you will be able to experience such type of delayed fruit, which is miracle. Now just see one more example in my life, that in 2018, I left prematurely at the peak of my career, the head of R&D for the Infinera, which I have grew manifold. And then I started doing my own motivational speaking and leadership coaching. Then in 2025, it is miracle that after being away 7 years, and that too in tech industry where the technology changes so fast, I got an opportunity to start and run an R&D center of an stealth mode startup. But it is not purely a miracle, because the co-founder of Infinera is a serial entrepreneur, and he reached out to me saying that, look, why don't you repeat the same magic of Infinera in this stealth mode startup? So what I'm going to say that 7 years back, or before that, whatever the karma I have done it, I got a delayed fruit being asked to repeat that with a new stealth mode startup. So here, professionals, I want to tell you that if you want to enjoy miracle in life, you have to do more karma. More karma certainly will lead to more miracle. Whether you believe in butterfly effect or whether you believe in miracle, but karma has to be done. So now the question is when to act and when to surrender. Answer is very simple. You have to act. Most of the time people are not acting because of fear, must act. Most of the time people are not acting because either way they think that it is not going to help them. In that situation also you have to act. You have to act every time whenever you get an opportunity. And if you see those people who are rising more in their career, they are the ones who are taking decisions. They are the ones who are taking fearless decisions. And many of their decisions might get wrong, but even if some decisions are right, it is going to take them to a different plane. It is going to take them to a different level. So professionals, surrender only after you do your karma, because sometimes you feel I have done so much, I have not got the result. Understand, the soul is having multiple physical life. Some you will get in this life, some you will get in this life, but later in the life, and some you might get it in the other life. But karma, you have to keep doing it, and then only you are going to realize miracle. I hope you like this video. Do like, share and subscribe to my channel.